Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. And yes, I will remove the title card. And there it is. All right. I believe we're all set now. Welcome, one and all. We're back. This is Trekking Across the Universe. And we are reviewing, of course, Star Trek Starfleet Academy. And we're going to be reviewing episode 3 tonight, VITUS Reflux. And before we get into those details, you know who I am. I'm Roger. Thank you for joining. Don't forget, like and subscribe. And please check out the stuff that we have going on the network. There's a lot of stuff going on. I don't know if my camera's inverted or not, so I'm going to pretend I'm flying on the F-14. Michael, how are you? How you doing? Michael?
Oh, well, yeah, I can. You're garbled to me. I don't know if it's anybody else, but
was I coming up? Aaron, Donald?
I can hear you.
I'm good here.
Okay, that's you. That's
yeah,
you.
I think the internet's doing weird things. So.
Yeah, Nexus, go, come back, talk to Guinan. I need the real Michael.
Yeah, whatever.
Well, I want to welcome Admiral Greg. How you doing, Admiral?
Running a little behind. Sorry about that.
Not at all. Thank you for joining us right now. Are you able to hear me, Greg?
I can. Can you hear me?
I'm able to hear you. So it's all good in the hood, as they say. Good evening, or sorry, morning, Aaron.
Morning.
How you doing?
I'm good.
Excellent.
Happy to be here.
You're showing off some of the toys in the background, aren't you?
Oh, okay. I was having some internet problems before, so I guess it removed the blur, but yes. I have a Klingon costume that I had to find out of storage for a cooking thing, so that is there.
I recognize that scarf.
Oh, yes, and there's Doctor Who scarf over there. There it is.
We may be having technical difficulties, folks, so I do apologize. Hopefully it's going well. Is it me, guys?
You're fine now for me, but
I'm getting the robot voice now.
Oh, well, hey. At least
it may be passed around the group.
Wow. All right. Well, Donald, how are you doing?
Doing good. Cold. It's getting cold. That's why I'm wearing the Star Trek onesie today. You know, it's a cozy day. So
good for you, young man. And you can wear it. For me, if I wore the Star Trek onesie, I would be imitating Riker from the second season. But that's neither here nor there. All right, folks. For those of you that remember, Riker did add a little bit, but it's all good. All right, guys. As I said, we're going to get to it. This is episode 3. VITUS Reflux had a runtime of 1 hour and 2 minutes, which is the third episode in Star Trek for a while that runs 60 minutes or more. A little bit surprising, not that big of a deal, but they are running a tad longer. This one was written by Alex Taub and Kylie Rosetter, and it was directed by Doug Arniokoski. Do apologize if I did butcher that one, but it's all good. Okay. It starts off, personal message. As I promised, last to bed, first to rise. He's 3 weeks in. I strive to be the first in every endeavor. And, of course, we see the physical agility, and we now know who the episode is going to be concentrating on. So I want to go ahead and go straight to Aaron this time. Let's get it going, young man. Let's get the conversation.
I just really liked, first of all, that protein shakes are still a thing in the future. And I love that everything that he put together is all in Starfleet stainless steel. That warms my heart. And also that his jump rope was like neon, it lit up. Like, you know, it's futuristic when something lights up green. But yeah, we finally saw how they slept and where the beds were. So that was interesting. And yeah, I think you're right in that it's really set up that this is going to be Remy's story. And
before I go
learn the true meaning of Christmas.
Yes. Aaron, by the way, later on in the episode, I believe we learned there's a possible relationship between two of the characters, and they talk about French Klingon fusion. Come on, Aaron. Episode 4.
It's another. Another cut. See, food does play a big part in Star Trek, so it appears everywhere.
It does. And by the way, you just debuted another episode, did you not?
Last week, yeah.
Yeah. And what was that one on?
That one was a quadro triticale salad.
All right,
So,
folks, we're going to have to check
yeah.
that one out. Yeah, it does play a big deal in it. The bedrooms or the quarters, I thought they were rather large, and the way they were designed was I would have purchased that set for my two boys if I would have had two boys.
Definitely maximizes the floor space in the middle of the room, and then everyone else just sleeps on like a shelf. So yeah.
Yeah, I was a bit surprised by that. Greg, tell me your thoughts as we begin the episode.
I thought it was a decent Academy episode with some elements of sci-fi thrown in.
Oh,
The interpersonal stuff. I knew that they couldn't go the season. I was surprised they did it so early without a rivalry episode between the War College and the Academy. I thought they pulled it off fairly decent. I liked the idea of the combat simulation game. I thought it was interesting that they pretty much focused the episode on athletics. It wasn't bad. I mean, the group dynamic was good. The interpersonal dynamics were good, decently written. I wanted, I don't know, a little bit more Star Trek-y other than just the futuristic sports game, but it's what the show is.
Donald.
I gotta say, this was not my favorite of the three. It was an entertaining episode. It just was not my favorite in terms of, say, wanting to see Star Trek. I felt like we were doing Ender's Game for the sports there. I would have rather have seen something like Parisi Squares brought to life. And then also the captain this week, kind of, I didn't dislike her. I just, something made me feel awkward when she was laying on, she was visiting, what's his name? The commandant from the...
Yeah, Calric.
Thank you. Thank you. When she was in his quarters and lying on her stomach on the couch with her bare feet up in the air and all over it, it made me feel awkward. Oh, yeah. By the way, we're in Westeros, I believe, right now. So, yeah, it felt way too casual, and it didn't feel like her sense of decorum as an actual Starfleet officer was present, even in an official capacity when she's not off duty. Now, maybe I'll fill into the flow. Maybe it was just this episode, hopefully. But that's just my feelings. But overall, the episode was okay. I'm not saying it was bad. It just there were some really awkward things for me.
Michael.
Yeah, I kind of agree with everybody. Honestly, I had a hard time watching it a second time. I was very surprised. I said, I need to watch it again just to get more of a feel for it. And I had to stop it halfway through, and I said, I can't finish it right now. So what that means, I don't know. But I did get a kick out of the hologram when she asked the question if the game was like laser tag. And then she was a little surprised when they were in it. It was a little bit more than laser tag.
That was one of the fun moments.
Yes.
Her character in this was fun.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when she, the one I loved was when she was like, intonating that the Genesis should be the captain, and she's like poking her. It's like, this is the captain. This is the captain.
which it ended up being so at the end. But
Oh yeah. Yep.
but yeah, and why I felt like that, I don't know. But I mean, I didn't dislike the episode, but I guess I feel a lot like Donald did, because of it was just like it was a little too much. But the end of it was good. The beginning it was good. I think it was just the middle that kind of threw me. I don't know, whatever reason, I do not know why. But I'll throw it back to Roger.
Don, I agree with you on that. I don't know. Look, there should be a level of professionalism. There are times when you can be casual and stuff, but this is setting the standard, and you're doing it all anew. And I love Holly Hunter, and I love the character that's there. But yes, I was nodding with you, Don, when that was happening. But 100%. I think I understand where they were going, because she's trying to get under his skin. And I love the whole idea when I think it was, I don't know her name yet, Tusk or Thule, the first officer, when she says, I don't know, he's got this tea fetish. And she's like, what? A tea? Of all the fetishes, it's a tea fetish? That I did laugh. I'm sorry. That was kind of funny. But I guess I'm getting the vibe that the writers were trying to use her to get under his skin, because it seemed to work. And when she went over to meet him, dude, he went full bore tea, and she just kept cutting off at every moment. Now, I feel that my Star Trek has arrived, because the moments that have made me hit right away, the locker room scene, Starship Troopers, baby. I saw that right away. And then right after the title, the credits, we get the Starship Troopers promo reel. Dude, I was watching Starship Troopers all over again. Okay. And then let's see, where was another one? Oh, and I love the whole thing about the plant metaphor. That was a good tie-in, because she said it was getting on her nerves. What is it with you and plant metaphors? That was kind of cool. And then a little bit after the battle training, I immediately thought Ender's Game. Oh yeah, baby. So I also thought a little bit before when they were talking about the fur fly and the beaker. I guess that was in the background. There was an announcement over it. And this Klingon will not choose violence. So when they were planning to get back at him, this Klingon will not choose violence. I'm like, dude, I mean, what are you doing here? But it's okay. It works for me. The battle training, yes. Oh, and when they said a lappy, I knew exactly what they were talking about.
I didn't.
It was that little puppet.
That took me a minute.
Yeah, it was that little puppet that the collector had when he was trying to collect data in season 3. So I was like,
It's the reference.
Yes. I was like, ooh, are we going to see a real lappy? And sure enough, we did. A little bit
couldn't
later,
remember where they had that before.
Yes, and that's where it was from. Now, a little bit later, when it says, just like laser tag, we get boot camp. Win or lose points. Come on, guys. Harry Potter. I mean, it's just, you're going to get 5 points or whatever. I mean, that was exactly Harry Potter. Release the drones. I swear that was an homage to Release the Kraken.
Release the Kraken.
Come on. So I thought it was interesting that the phaser setting was to transport people out. I said, okay, that's all right. That's creative. Thank you, Greg. Laura Thuck. And let me see what else. Oh, I appreciated when Jadon was trying to tell the jokes.
That was good.
That was, yes. I love it where what's-her-face took the basketball shot. Come on, man. Ripley's Alien Resurrection. So there were just so many things that I caught in this episode from other stuff. Let me see. The tea fetish came out a little bit later. Oh, did you guys get the innuendo when she says, you aided and abetted to humiliate our cadets? We learn more from our failures, he answers back. And then she says, my 12 to your 6 is your 6 to 12. What was she implying there? I have an idea what she was implying.
I have no idea because I thought
that when
had
you're
to be
sitting
something.
opposite, if she was stirring the tea from 12 to 6, it would be look to him as from 6 to 12.
And what was he doing? He was stirring the drink. I think she was giving him the bird. That's how I took it, because he was stirring the drink and he had his fingers down. And she said, well, may your 12 to 6, may it be my 6 to 12. So if he was pointing down, that's how I took it. We'll see. You guys are going to have to work that through. But I thought she was saying, all right, dude, you want to play that way, dude? This is how I'm going to play. I took it as she gave him the bird. Let me see.
One of my favorite things was when Reno and the first officer, I still can't get her name. Whenever they had their little back and forths in this episode, like with the you didn't fix the replicator for dinner tonight, so we're not going to be able to eat. And I did not realize until that point that they're in a relationship.
Which, for me, makes that character dynamic all the better. Because, even though, they're not, their personalities are delivering their comedic roles. It's not the, specific lines or anything. So, yeah, I want more interaction with the two of them. And I think it's great that they're a couple, because that just means we're going to get it.
Right.
I did like that as well. There was another thing I wanted to point out. Let me see. Well, you guys are probably, I have more of them, but Michael, come on in. What are your comments?
Well, I'm just trying to think of something that hasn't been mentioned that I remember the best.
Okay. How about the security thing, Michael? How they got into the Commandant's headquarters. Demolition Man, baby. Where they made a copy of his eyeball. Remember? That's how they got out of jail.
I haven't seen Demolition Man, so I can't help you. So
no running in the hallway.
Oh, very good.
That was funny. The holographic hall monitor.
that was good. Yes. I love it at near the end where they asked, "Did you have this planned?" But no, with the plant analogies, it all came together. Come on, guys. That was the A-team. I love it when a plan comes together. And there were a few others. But I did like the Letterman jackets. If those Letterman jackets go on sale, Don,
I have to say, if they don't do that,
going to my wardrobe.
Someone in the marketing department needs to be sacked, because there's so much marketing potential from this particular show, and let's hope it doesn't go the way of the typical Star Trek merchandising.
Yeah. I want a phaser that can beam somebody away.
Oh, I also loved how her first officer came up to her and in her own way apologized to her. She said, I should have seen it. I should have had trust in you. I should have done so. And I will now meditate on trust. She says, well, what do you normally meditate on? Decapitation. That was kind of funny. And like I said, the Letterman jackets, that was really cool. I did appreciate how she said, welcome to the team, Genesis at the end, where she was doing that. That was okay. But you know what? I also loved it. If you are here, congratulations. That was funny. There were some lines in this one, guys. I was disappointed, and forgive me, I'm old, but when the cadets got transported out into the atrium and only the males were nude, like, oh, come on. I'm old. I was hoping for the females as well, but that didn't happen. I was disappointed.
Well, they had towels on, but Caleb
dropped. One towel dropped, yeah.
Oh, I missed that one.
At least he didn't drop the soap, you know.
Very good.
Which
there
could
was
be
another-
real interesting in a co-ed shower.
Yeah, well, that's where I got the Starship Troopers vibe. Now, later on, when he said, I yield, and, they said, well, they learned from the best, and apparently all this stuff was legendary. She's done it in the past. She herself had. And, the point was to have the fun, was to see you do it, to see you guys win. And then she says, it's how we were taught ourselves. We were taught to learn patience, to formulate a strategy, empathy, to disarm your enemy. Starfleet needs this. And then that's where, they have the, did you have this planned? No. But with the plant analogies, it all fell into place. That was kind of cool. This was a long episode. Guys, when did you look at your clocks? I looked at it 39 minutes in.
Was that
was
when
about
they had the
40.
scene? It was the scene with Caleb and the girl.
When they were doing the basketball?
No, when she was catching him leaving
Infiltrating
the college dorms.
college.
Okay. Oh, I loved when Caleb got called when she moved in and hit the alert button. I was like, ooh, that was smooth. I got suckered by that. That was cool. When the president's daughter, I don't know her name, but she
Something Mir.
Yeah, she
No,
ratted
Caleb's
him out.
last name is Mir.
Caleb's there, yeah.
Yeah.
I got them all here. I need my glasses.
Yeah, and you know what?
Tarima? Her name is Tarima. Tarima Sadal.
There you go.
Excellent. I do not have her name. I have the main cadets, but I don't have the two from Beta Z. But look, it was good. I did like the competition. I love the fact that Starfleet Academy did not get its total butt handed to it. It lost 3, but when it scored, they scored big. They got a big win. That was good.
And it wasn't a shutout.
Right. I'm glad they were able to show up, but their one win was the big one, which was good. I did have issues with it, but I think I've mentioned to you guys in the past that when I look at the clock, I've probably checked out.
Yeah.
But on this one, I was 39 minutes before I actually checked. That's a good sign, in my humble opinion. It had my attention. And yes, Donald, I was nodding with you. Of the 3, yeah. But Leonard or DeForest Kelly said Star Trek was built on moments. There are a lot of moments in this episode. And it was all right with it. So
Hey, every series I have those couple of episodes that I just don't jive with. Even back Next Generation, like the second or third episode of Next Generation was not my favorite. The sickness one.
mm-hmm.
And then I think that was kind of a nod back to an original TOS episode. This one might be mine there. I'm not going to say it was bad. I'm just going to say it wasn't my favorite.
I would definitely agree with that. Oh, by the way, that Romulan cadet, I dislike her big time.
Is she full Romulan or is she Romulan Klingon?
That's
because I thought
question.
the forehead makeup was way overdone.
Yes. All I know is that when her cattle, it got on my nerves when she laughed out loud. But you know what? I like her for being deliciously evil. I hope she wasn't a one-off because she played it well.
I don't think they're gonna be.
Yeah.
They're on the same campus, right?
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah.
Which is another thing strange that I thought that it seems like they share space.
Yeah.
And I was trying to figure out why. Because Starfleet was shut down. The War Academy is going on when Earth was at its isolationist time. So maybe they just took over part of it. That's all I can think of.
Maybe the War Academy used the old.
That's what I'm thinking.
War College used the old Academy campus, and they just added to it for the new Academy.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Guys, if we look back, the War College was not on the Athena. It was Starfleet Academy.
Exactly.
So maybe that is the uniquely Starfleet Academy grounds, but the entire facility is what, because when Caleb was, trying to get in there, he was walking through a building, not a starship.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I did get that vibe. And I was trying to figure out where they were doing the filming, but it's probably somewhere in Toronto, so who knows?
It was the sets for Section 31 that was the campus for the War Academy. So like his quarters and the corridor are from Section 31 movie.
Oh, okay.
Oh, interesting.
Very, very lightly redressed as well.
Yeah, you would pick up on that.
Is that a pun? As in they really brightened up that space for his office?
They think they did it the other way around. I think it's darker and it's all grey. But yeah, I saw some comparison pictures and it's literally.
Oh, I was thinking that once you said that, I was thinking that there was like a set that was like a suite where she had the big fight where they were.
Yeah, so that I think is his quarters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I thought it was like browns and reds, where this was like light gray.
Yeah.
You guys were talking briefly about the interplay between Thok and oh my God, Jet Reno, where she comes out of nowhere. It's just, what in the? Okay, I'm sorry, I missed it. Oh my goodness, where was it? What did she say about Kronos? Oh, what in the sweet name of Kronos is this? I thought it was kind of funny. And then Jet Reno comes around and says, "Why is this always on my watch?" So yeah,
yep.
That's what you guys were talking about. That interplay. It was good. The whole thing about learning to beat your enemy at their own game, that was good. It was really good, and
it was also pretty crazy how like early on the Nala had planned this whole thing. So she must have known that the War College commander had used her playbook, which probably ticked her off, and that's how it started. Like it's just, yeah.
I didn't think about that. Yeah, that is cool. I like it. I like the competition. But the whole idea of being able to beam people out of their own, gosh, I mean, there had to be some rules. But we'll see. And the War College didn't get penalized for that, for humiliating the students in front of others.
Well, they were helped by their chancellor, essentially. So
yeah. And she accused them of that. She said, you aided and abetted. And he said, I forget exactly what he told her, but yeah, he owned up to it. But officially,
which I suppose, thinking about what we were talking about before about how they're sharing campuses, I mean, you'd have to be pretty ticked off if someone else lands a whole freaking school on your building and then takes over, like after hundreds of years of being absent. So I can probably understand there's a little bit of animosity there.
Agreed.
Yeah, I can see that. But who got caught with the lappy? With the lappy mascot. Hey, it is what it is. Go ahead, Greg. I know you want to go. You want to go for the kill, Greg. Come on.
No, I was just trying to look up the if there was any examples where schools share a campus, and there's the Claremont colleges in California, the 5 college.
Oh, that's a mile away. Yes. The
and then there's Education City in Qatar, which hosts satellite campuses of multiple top-tier U.S. institutions.
Okay.
Of course it does.
I have to interrupt you guys. You guys know where the number 47 originated from, right? I think a few of you have already heard this.
Yeah.
It's right here. It's my next exit. It's exit Indian Hill 47. For those that have not heard, on the 10 freeway, exit number 47 is Indian Hill. You take it north and it takes you to the Claremont colleges. And years ago,
I'm sorry. I thought we were talking 42 there for a second. Sorry.
Oh no, but that's the answer to the universe, right?
Yeah.
Very good. No, 47. That was good, man. 47. It's right here in Claremont. When you go into the colleges, they have Studio 47, Conference Room 47. It's just that. So the students that go there identify with 47. And as you know, they would communicate with each other through their works in studio, writing, whatever. And that's what 47 is. They're communicating with each other. The secret is out now, but that's where it originated from. I think it's kind of cool. I just happen to be an exit away from that. So, but that's where 47 originated from. It is what it is. So, once Paramount found out of the writers that a lot of them had attended Claremont College, they tried to put a stop to it. And they still missed it because Voyager had 47 in reverse. 74656. They still got away with it. But it's now become ubiquitous. Everyone uses 47. So, Greg, do you know the first time 47 was used in a science
I was actually
fiction
just
movie?
looking it up. I was trying to remember.
1983. Return of the Jedi. Sir, enemy ships in Sector 47.
All right. There you go.
There's probably
Yeah, Lucas
others.
was a big one for that.
Yeah. And I apologize if you guys hear the dogs in the background.
Yeah, they
But-
seem to really like to interrupt on Star Trek, I've noticed.
Yeah, surprisingly, I am catless tonight.
I am not, unfortunately.
I
Yeah,
thought I
there's this guy
heard one
writing
sneaking
this
in
bike
earlier,
back and
but
forth. Yeah, guys, it was a decent episode. So
Yep.
I don't
Can
know.
we take a few minutes though and talk about all the hate that the show is getting?
Yes.
And I think it's way blown out of proportion, and I don't know. I just listen to some people, and you can just tell that their opinion is not based on, is it a good show? Is it based in Star Trek? It's like just that they don't want what they're being given right now and by who they're being given it by. It's almost
You're
like they
nodding,
don't
Aaron.
want it to succeed.
Yeah. Aaron?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I've seen a lot of it online on every single platform, and it's exhausting to read to the point where now I'm just like, not interested, or like muting certain people so I don't have to see it. But it is that thing. It's annoying because it happened before it was released, and like we were talking about last week, it's on inconsequential things. It has nothing to do with the story or anything like that. It's to do with that 90210 poster and how it was marketed that way, or it's to do with the fact that she's a Klingon / Jem'Hadar hybrid, and how does that work? Or it's, Holly Hunter wears glasses, or these people are fat, or she sits on the chair weird. It's nothing to do with the actual show itself. And especially the weight thing, like that blows my mind, because first of all, those people who are commenting on that should be happy that they're represented in the future, in my opinion. But second of all, especially in this episode, right? The athletics, the athleticism, I was watching that. All these kids are fit, right? And I was watching that thinking, fuck, I would definitely not fit in here because I just could not do any of this. And clearly there's a specific type of person they're looking for to be in this school, and I wouldn't fit in. So I mean, like, it goes from two extremes.
I'd be the mascot probably.
Hey,
I
but
don't.
yeah, I just think it's ridiculous that those types of things are conversations, and then it draws in, Geordie wore a visor, Captain Kirk was allergic to blah blah blah, and it's like if you're that passionate about ripping something apart constantly, every day, every post, you have to make that comment. You just need to get a life because it's a freaking TV show. Don't like it, don't watch it, move on. That's what I do. I see things online, I either move on, stop watching it. You don't need to engage all the time. We're in this generation of people who need a license to use the internet, like they needed a license to use a pen. And there's just no education on that, I think. So it stems from a larger societal problem. Star Trek's just one of those topics that's decisive. People make decisive content for engagement. I think it's crap.
Yep.
The
Well,
end.
I've seen a lot of people even just hating on the young actors and the kids that are in the show and saying, you know, they're acting too immature and they should, this is supposed to be the best of the best, and can't they act a little more, I don't know what they're thinking, like maybe taps. What was that? What's that? Or Toy Soldiers? What is that Wesley Crusher was in, that military academy show where they were all very stodgy and they're saying that this is what, so many hundred years in the future, whatever, and we haven't progressed any. And I just had to chime in and say, well, look, when Jean-Luc Picard was that young, he tried to rip off a Domjot game and got his heart stabbed out. So how immature or how much further along do you think these kids need to be? Because that's pretty immature.
Yeah.
Michael?
It's the same with like in the first Judy episode, Boothby talks about how there was a massive party on the campus and it like wrecked the campus. So obviously these people have parties and they must drink, and they must drink actual alcohol rather than synthahol to cause that much mess. We know that happened in Picard's era as well. I mean, we're talking about the best of the best. Nick Liccardo killed somebody and then
They're
got
still
another
kids.
4 people in trouble. Yeah, they behave exactly the same way. You know, Captain Kirk cheated on his freaking test because he had a fat ego. Like, no, there's no... If we want to analyze the back history of Star Trek, we can find many instances. B'Elanna Torres got
I know
accepted, got
people
kicked
in their
out.
40s, 50s, and 60s that still have that ridiculous macho competitiveness stuff.
Yeah.
It's, you know, it's not a matter of outgrowing it. It's a matter of growing beyond it.
Yeah, and by the way, before I go to Michael, changed the conditions of the test and got a commendation for original thinking. Anyway, I'm sorry. Michael, do you want to say something?
Well, in one timeline he did, in the other he almost got booted out of the academy.
That's true. In academic vernacular, you cheated. Yeah, Michael, you wanted to say something?
What I was going to say is like the Commandant over and over again always said these kids have been through enough going through the burn, and you know, give them a break, you know, and I think that's the factor that we have to look at too. But yes, they are just the same as all the cadets from all the other Starfleet academies that we have heard about with all the antics. It's no different, but these people, these kids grew up in a world that they couldn't travel to planets. They didn't have the opportunities that they did 100 years before them. And I mean, it wiped out a whole bunch of stuff. Basically their infrastructure. Yeah. As Roger would say, they lost their public transportation.
Yes, they did, among other things. But thank you, Michael. Yes. Greg, it looked like you wanted to say something.
No, I'm just agreeing about, you know, the whole situation here, and you know, to follow the route back towards what Don was saying is like we've got, you know, people are out there trolling just to troll.
Yeah.
You know, Paramount CBS is in a weird spot right now. You know, the Discovery, I mean, really inflamed a lot of people. But so what? You know, Discovery had some really great episodes, had some really great ideas. It had a lot of stinkers, but
It got better as it went, just like every other Star Trek.
If they can't get over a diverse cast, representing, the holographic kid as possibly being, borderline autistic. The one I saw last week was about the girl that said she ate her comm badge, and people were saying, why? Because she's fat. And it's like, no, because she was immature.
And it's small. It's not that big.
Well, she almost ate something else this week.
Yeah.
Oh.
But it keeps reminding me of the kid in class eating glue.
Yeah, it's like, don't they vet these people?
Well,
she was entertaining when she was running down the hallway going red alert, red alert.
And I had an interesting conversation with someone that I respect their opinions, and I realized why they were just so angry at Starfleet Academy. They did not understand the situation. They had not seen Discovery the last 2 seasons. So they had no idea. They said, oh yeah, they kept mentioning the burn, and I guess I understood it. And I thought, they didn't understand the context of where this story came from. And I mean, I was shocked at some of the things they were saying to me on the phone. But then I realized and I said to him, I said, you did not look at Discovery. Oh, I just looked at the first episode and then I turned it off. And I said, you never saw season 2? I said, that was honestly, in my opinion, the best season of Discovery.
That was
season 2.
That was a good season. That was
the longest backdoor pilot in the history of television.
Absolutely. But it worked, and they hadn't seen that. And I don't even think they had seen Strange New Worlds either. So, they just came in on this, and they had none of the backstory. And so I just went, interesting. And then
I've seen several people comment about what the hell was the burn. They kind of stepped over it.
They did.
They keep going back to it, but they didn't really emphasize how much it affected everything. They're not even talking about like Earth being isolated for 100 years, or rebuilding its government and things like that. Now that they're, they could have played up more the reason why there is a war college is because Earth got very had not just, it wasn't an isolationist, but it was had to be very defensive.
Yes.
Don, go ahead.
Honestly, if they were being very smart about it, I mean, heck, we're at Starfleet Academy. Give everybody this kind of history lesson in a class format, have them sit around and kind of, and give us some more tidbits that we don't know about what happened in that time period.
Exactly.
Guys, we've talked about tangentially about the fact that there's so many Easter eggs that's directed at the hardcore fans. I remember the producer, and I need help. This is the guy who produced Harv Bennett. He was interviewed one time, and this was about movie 5 and 6, and he said Star Trek speaks to a particular audience. It has its own language, and it treats its fans that way. And it dawned on me that, for example, in Star Trek Generations, the alleged technobabble, a lot of it is not explained in the movie. There's a certain assumption that the writers take, saying, "Who's going to watch this?" Okay, we know they know, and I was going to mention this to you guys, when we were doing the first episode review, that they're not mentioning things because it's assumed that we know it.
That was a Gene Roddenberry thing too, I believe. It's like he wanted the tricorder out there. He wanted these futuristic ideas, he didn't really go into detail. He let you figure it out from context, what it was and what it could do. And even then, it's like, keep it vague so we can make it do other things if we want to.
Yeah. I think
I also
that some
think
of
if
the
you
stuff
have to
that we're-
explain
Go
those
ahead.
things all the time, it's not good storytelling. Like, you shouldn't need a recap every episode
Yeah.
to work out what's going on.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, granted, they are two different series, basically. So I guess they should explain. They have explained the burn, but in the first 10 minutes they allude to it. In another 5 minutes over here, they do that as well. It's like they put the pieces together, but we who have seen Discovery get it.
You got to
Mhm.
pay attention.
Yeah, there is some of that, no doubt.
It's like my wife and I were watching some show, and like after the show, they had like an after show thing, like the Game of Thrones does and stuff. But it was like explaining the show, and I'm like, aren't people paying attention?
I think the answer
Mm-hmm.
is no, unfortunately. It's like that Netflix thing
Right.
where now they're sort of giving a mandate to their writers to say, okay, you have to explain the plot at least 3 times, in the
What?
first 40 minutes because people are on their phones and need to.
Yikes.
Wow. Okay. I need to get back
Oh,
to that in a
boy.
little bit. But I do want to answer Don, because Don did ask me, I think at least a day or two before, hey, have you seen it? And I know, hey, anything you'd like to say? And I was excited just because I wanted to hear everyone. And then Don also being new to the family right here, I kind of wanted to hold off because of all the stuff. And I think I told you that, right, Don? Of all the stuff that's being said on the internet. I
Mhm.
was surprised the thing about the female Jem'Hadar. I saw the female Jem'Hadar and I snapped. I'm like, oh, come on. And I heard other people say it was a female. And then, 10 minutes in, oh, well, a male Jem'Hadar messed with a female Klingon. I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, all right. I get it.
I can get
see
behind
that.
that.
And I know I'm being juvenile, but you know what I mean. Why did I overreact? And I think I did tell you that, Don, that I may have overreacted and I shouldn't have been paying attention. And guys, I have seen it is overwhelming. It is tiresome that they're not doing what we're doing. Okay. There are a few people that are going through the entire episode and explaining why it's bad or whatever. I'll give those guys credit because they're actually analyzing it in their own way, whether they like it or not. But I see 20, 30-minute episodes of this sucks, this stupid, blah, blah. That's all they're saying.
Mhm.
And there is vitriol. There's a lot of it. Guys, please help me out.
A lot of them, I think, are just
glasses
hating
is
just to hate
woke.
now. That's really
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
But guys,
Yeah.
did you catch that? The reviews? Because people are wearing glasses, that's woke. I'm like, well, then Kirk was woke back in the Wrath of Khan because he was allergic to Retinax 5. I don't get that. In Discovery, what was his name? He had glasses too. The Section 31
I mean,
Yeah, the
people
Section
wear
31
glasses
guy.
now and they don't have an eye problem. They just wear it because it's an aesthetic thing.
Or as you get
So-
older, you just need them to read a little better.
Yeah,
Or
yeah. And like laser surgery doesn't last as well. Like if I got laser surgery, my eyes would in 10 years need more laser surgery. Like,
oh, really? It doesn't
Yeah.
last?
It doesn't
Yeah.
last.
yeah,
No.
It's $10,000.
depending on
Thank
your
you very much.
depending on your eye.
Well,
issue. Yeah.
even go back to the Next Generation. Yes, by the movies, we see Geordi with these robotic implants, but he still can't see. He can see, but he can't see.
Like a normal.
He
person,
can't
anyway.
see like
Yeah.
us. He can see different than us. So if back then we still can't even give a somebody born from birth blind a set of human seeing in our own capacity eyes.
Yeah.
Why can't
People
you
want
believe that we
their-
have glasses?
Don, I remember in Star Trek Insurrection, Geordi is staring at either the sunset or the sunrise because he has real eyes. Yeah, there was that moment. I thank you for reminding me about that. Yeah, you're right. And he was just there because he had never seen a real, with his real eyes. That was cool. I remember that. And
say what you want about Insurrection. That ends up being, that movie has aged very well. It may not have been everyone's favorite when it came out, but I think a lot of people warmed up to it as the years went on.
It had a lot of really good moments.
It was my favorite as a kid, just because of the phaser fight in the hills. And I
like
lived in
the
hills, so
joystick.
it worked.
Oh my
The
God!
joystick piloting the
I
ship.
know we're way off topic, but
Yeah.
that did not get on my nerves when Riker initiated the steering column. I was like, all right, whatever. I did not get mad at that.
My wife like really hated that.
Oh, really? Yes, it had its moments.
I suppose it was representative of the time where like joysticks in playing video games at home were a thing, and
yeah,
they were like,
that
how do
was
we
a
incorporate this in
moment.
Star Trek?
Yes, Greg, I agree with you. It did get on my nerves, but there was something where Star Trek in Star Trek First Contact. So you guys are astronauts on some sort of Star Trek, it laughed at itself. And in Insurrection, I thought that was one of the moments where it laughed at itself. And knowing what we're seeing, I thought that was harmless. But it did get on my nerves, Greg. It did, yeah.
I mean, it wasn't just the fact that there was, this joystick coming up out of the floor. It was, grabbing it.
Yeah, my issue was how did they know it was a right-handed steering column? But anyway.
No, it was probably.
Okay,
I mean,
that makes me want to go back and start reviewing all these old things now.
Probably left or right.
Don, maybe we will. You never know. We still have some projects that we want to get to, but that's cool. I'm glad we mentioned them. Guys, I am really disappointed. And Don, I'm glad you mentioned it. I've noticed the titles, they're meant to capture the audience.
Yeah.
And they're full of hate. I don't know which one of you said that.
I think it's really, I don't think it actually has anything to do with hating it. What it has to do with just is engagement farming. So those videos that you're talking about, Roger, and the thumbnails and the titles, people are looking at those to click on them, and then those users make money off it. It has nothing to do with actually hating it. It's just to drive engagement.
It's an addiction to it. Yeah.
It's like everything now that has typos and grammar issues.
Yes.
Really? Everybody's that bad now? Nobody proofreads anymore? Oh, no, they want the clicks. They want the comments. They want those numbers to go.
I have a friend that has a YouTube channel, and he will purposely make a mistake in one video, whether it's like a date wrong or they name something wrong purposely, so that drives up engagement.
He's troll farming.
Yeah.
Michael, get off my case moving forward.
No.
He just let me have it. Okay, you guys want to see it? And I did. I blew it big time. I'm going to show you right now. And Michael caught it right away. He says, dude, just don't do it. Okay, look. There it is. Do you see that lower right-hand corner? 5 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And I think I also did it for the Star Trek one as well.
Are you troll farming, Roger?
No!
Yes, he is. That's why I got mad at him.
I didn't know that, and I think I did it for the Star Trek one as well. That's why I ask you to forgive me. But here's the thing. Get off my case.
Yeah, he's trying to drive engagement. This is a good thing.
I wonder if you had done that back when I thought we were on at 9 instead of 8 Eastern.
Oh, great. You are a team player. I appreciate that. No, it's all good. But it just...
No, it's why he missed the show. That's what he's saying.
Possibly. Yeah. Well, look, I appreciate that we even got into a little bit of Insurrection, and we even talked about some of the other stuff right now. It had good action in it, but yes, this was for me. I'd have to say a bit of yeah. It doesn't do it for me. Like Donald said in The Next Generation, The Naked Now. Yeah, it was. This is the one, but hey, we still have 8 more episodes. Oh wait, sorry,
No.
7.
We still have-
7? It's all right.
Oh, Sag.
I know these short seasons, they are a bit of a bummer.
And
But
also-
And then you don't get one for 2 years.
Yeah, and it's like when you have
No
one
kidding,
that's
dude.
meh, it really makes it hurt more. Like
Yeah.
when, last season of we talked about this last season of Strange New Worlds.
Stranger
It's like,
Worlds.
I can forgive 1 or 2 dogs out of 26, but when you have 1 out of 10 or 3 out of 10, that's
It hurts.
It does.
nearly a third of your episodes are lousy.
Now, granted, the actors all talked about what a grueling schedule 20-something episodes a season was. But did we have to go so far?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, they're just trying to get as much out as possible, put as much content out there as possible.
Well,
It's
remember,
not about focusing and fostering one really well anymore.
Yeah.
you guys know that when we reviewed Lower Decks, in my humble opinion, we got 4 phenomenal seasons on Lower Decks. It was really incredible. The 5th season, I thought meandered, and there were episodes that I genuinely did not like. But you guys heard what I said. These guys, for me, did such a great job that I will allow what I perceive as a bad or a lame episode. They have earned. If this series is going to take a dump, I'm going to go with them because for 4 years, they had me with great. So I was kind of like forgiving them a little bit. But then what? We saw Lower Decks. Boy, did they wrap it up, baby. And
they
did. Wow.
And honestly, if it wasn't for Lower Decks, I probably wouldn't be as engaged with Starfleet Academy as I am, because I mean it is a much lighter tone because it's dealing with shenanigans and stuff like that. And if I didn't have Lower Decks grow on me, I probably would not like this show because it is lighter and you have Holly Hunter lounging and things like that.
Thank you for saying shenanigans. That brings me back to one more topic about this episode. What were they calling shenanigans in the episode? Was it it wasn't shenanigans. It was supposed to be like a play on shenanigans. What was it?
Shenaned. They just shenaned.
Oh, shenan.
And then somebody made the comment about shenan again.
Okay, that's them trying to take modern slang and kind of put a futuristic twist on it, but that's another one that I appreciate the effort, but I just about wanted to bang my head against the wall.
Let me ask you guys about this because a lot of people are talking about it. So to take a note from Don, the language, it is beyond juvenile. It is, I don't know. A lot of people are saying, well, I thought we were enlightened and stuff. So I'm not used to it. Sorry, Greg, go ahead.
I've worked in shipyards. Adults talk that way.
Oh, I work in the county, yes. Aaron.
Yeah, I don't have a problem. I didn't even notice it. Well, I certainly didn't notice it in this particular episode. So, but I understand the. I think it sort of stems from when the Next Generation started, in the first year anyway. The tone of the show is very much the '60s show. If you literally take that script and put it in the '60s, the way it's presented, the way it's shot, the way people talk to each other is still very stilted. And then as the '90s go on, it gets a little more looser. And then Enterprise is something completely different, and it is presented more of the modern vernacular. So I think this is just a natural evolution that as the shows progress, they're representative of the time, just like the '60s show was representative of the '60s.
Yeah, but
I understand
much Enterprise, and it doesn't have it. it doesn't have like colloquialisms in it and like calling people dude and things like that. For me, it's not that it's immature. For me, it's not it's not suspending belief for me in those instances, because they're taking like a mix of like 80s, 90s, and 2000s slang,
Yep.
And mashing it together a little bit, and they're having these kids interact with each other the same way kids are interacting with each other today, and it's a temporal culture. It's not a actual culture. Battlestar Galactica, did it with like covering the swears up with different words.
Frack.
And it's like, it did, if they were able to drop the F-bomb, if they were doing it all the time, it probably wouldn't have had the same, it wouldn't have made it seem like some place or sometime different, as I'm bouncing my camera off the green screen.
Oh, you have lower decks behind you, by the way. Sorry. You have lower. I didn't catch that. Sorry, Greg. Donald.
Also,
please.
remember that we just talked about this. All these kids grew up in an entirely different galaxy than all the series before. So they're going to be a little bit rougher. Maybe their language has kind of, degraded a bit from the higher Fatutan. Yeah. But I'm also going to say this. What you're hearing on the language is not what they're actually saying. That's a universal translator translating it to how you.
Nice.
Really?
Okay. Now, very good. That's cool, guys. I appreciate that comment. Now, remember I mentioned in episode 1 how we already have a major, I don't know if a plot hole or a plot issue, or it applies to the story. When the kids were fighting in the hallway, the doctor showed up. Oh, I detected elevated this and this. Well, there were several instances. Yeah. He should have shown up a few times in this episode.
Yeah, he wasn't in it at all.
Wasn't in it at all.
No. So, whatever. I'm not going to hold it against him, but it's kind of like, hey, beam through the shields, and everyone announces, oh, they can beam through shields. And then they realize by the end of the TNG part, they're like, actually, we probably should not have done that. So, and it was never mentioned again. They never beamed. Well, they did.
Well, they kept talking about, it's like, oh, they had to time it, or calibrate something, or
get
the phase variance.
Yeah. And that is fair. It is cool. Look, it's a good idea until you implement it. So it is what it is. I don't know, Michael. What are your thoughts on some of the episode? I guess.
I pretty much have said everything that I was going to bring up. So
okay, did you guys have anything else that you want to talk about the episode specifically? Because I actually think I got through all of my my cable guy moments.
I think one thing that I would want to mention was the one thing I didn't like about this episode was when they were on the simulation battlefield and the two main characters were competing for the role of the captain, and he says something to her about her like daddy issues, and that causes her to miss the shot and then miss another 3 shots. I felt like that was another instance, a bit like the previous episode, where it's that like out of nowhere someone's taken something the wrong way, and then it completely changes their ability to function. And like,
what we're talking, being a teenager.
Yeah. And that's what we were talking about before. But I just thought it was such a minimal thing. I don't think she gave away so much about herself that she would be stirred by his offhand comment that
I would have said that was out of character for her too. Yes.
Yeah, and I think that it was just another instance where it became a teen a stereotypical teen drama
Yes.
with very little good writing.
I hate to say it, but get ready for it. We're probably going to be running into that quite often.
I mean, it's only minor, and it just seemed like it was there to drive the plot, not because.
Now, okay, there was, and I appreciate you said that, Aaron. In my notes, everything you said were bookend by the parental issues. The first time it shows up in my notes was parental issues, and then Jet Reno is saying having to chase a message is not worth your time. Okay, if you have to chase after it, it's not worth your time. People are simple; they either show for you or they don't. And then dinner, kitten, they have their little interplay, and then says French Klingon fusion, something I never knew I needed. And then she adds, I left a starship on the edge of creation for her. This is what you call showing up for someone. Anyone ever do that for you? And that was bookended by the two parental moments that we referenced. I don't know if it was deliberate, but that was a good placement. That was actually not bad.
I think that's good writing.
Yes.
One place where this show does step up is that the parental figures, the adults, aren't antagonists. There are genuine relationships here. And there's going to be the friction, but they're making the show have both of these levels. I just wish they would do it a little bit more. Because one of the things I was thinking about this episode is I'd probably lose interest in the show if it weren't for Tig Notaro and Gina Yashir.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for those two actresses and those two characters, because they're so strong in their own way, I probably wouldn't watch the show. I mean, the two best things in this episode for me were Thok and the plant. Fungus thing.
Plant.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was good. I agree with you. Tig Notaro as Jet Reno, from the very moment she showed up on Discovery, she was my favorite, man. And all the way through. And when she was, I told Michael, I said, hey, I'm going to be hard pressed to find another one, knowing the Doctor is here. But I like Tig Notaro. And I love the way she is almost two different characters in Discovery to here. But I like her acting and I like the writing and I love the way she's playing off of these kids.
Her deadpan humor is just so me.
Oh, yeah. Yes. She is great, man. Someone on YouTube, and I'm going to see if I can find it for you, gents, did all of her moments on a reel, and it runs like 18 minutes. And guys, I caught myself smiling throughout the whole video. I mean, she's great. She was cool. She was my favorite in Discovery. I still don't have a favorite yet. And you know what? I think Michael, I've already said he might like the First Officer. That might be his favorite. But did we learn a lot of depth from the First Officer in this episode?
Yeah.
I loved, again, how she admitted. She goes, I didn't have faith in you. Like, wow.
She didn't get what she was trying to get through to everybody. She didn't get it either.
Right.
Yeah. And then I love the thing where she said, did you have this planned? Nah, I just got tired of you and your plant metaphors, and it just came together. That was cool. That was all right. That's real. Like you said, Aaron, that's good writing. When there's a real element there. And the humor works. The story works. There's a lot to like. But yes, there's some to dislike. I would still give it a thumbs up. But, I don't know, maybe like this, but it would be a thumbs up. Yes, nowhere close.
No.
No, it's about there. Yeah.
But we can honestly discuss what we didn't like about it and what they could, grow more from and iterate on. But that we can do that with any show, and
oh yeah,
it still doesn't it should not garner the hate that it's being given by both people that call themselves Trek fans and not. There's just no reason for it except just to hate.
Yeah, I agree. If you don't like it, I'm willing to listen to you as to why. But when you say it sucks, I hate it, I'm out. I have no time for this.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be the first to say, Alex Kurtzman is not my favorite showrunner for Star Trek. There are a lot of things about what he's done that I really do not like. But I'm not going to hate a show just because his name's attached to it.
And by the way, his directing in episodes 1 and 2 actually wasn't bad at all, man. I agree with you, Don. Yes,
they were really good, actually.
Yeah,
as produced shows, I thought they were really good.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at it as, okay. Initially, I didn't like Lower Decks. I watched this show skeptically, not expecting to like it. But for what it is, it's not bad.
Mm-hmm.
I want more space stuff, and more actual science fiction stories and not just science fiction elements. But
yeah. And I'm expecting to see
that's been Star Trek for the last 3 series. Let's put these dramas in space.
Yeah.
We only have 10 episodes. We're going to ignore real science fiction.
I do want to see some of I want to know where Tilly is. I'm surprised we haven't seen her yet. And I do want to see more of the Doctor, clearly.
There were definitely casting changes. Looking at IMDb, there was a different actress listed for number 1, and that was confusing me until I realized what was happening.
Yeah.
Tilly was supposed to be in episode 1, not there. They definitely changed some things.
They changed a lot from what I remember what they originally said.
Oh yeah. Hopefully for the better. I hope we don't lose those characters. Look, I was far from the Tilly fan.
I love Mary Weisman's character. I feel bad that if she did get cut or fired, I feel bad for that.
Yeah,
I think they still said that she's going to show up, but it's just not going to be as deep of a role as we anticipated, because
that's what they kind of said.
They made it seem like in Discovery she was leaving Discovery to go kind of get Starfleet Academy started up again.
Yeah, and if not just start it up, actually run it, because she was training the cadets in that one episode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they threw us for a loop. But you know what? You come up with the concept, you dream of a character, and then you say, hey, would you imagine if so-and-so would actually want to do it? And you contact the agent and you get word, yes. Like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God, Holly Hunter actually does want to do it? Yeah, it unfortunately changes stuff. Guys, I was shocked they got Holly Hunter to do this. I've grown up with Holly Hunter. I've seen a lot of her stuff. She's really good. But yes, I do have issues with her.
I didn't think she fit Star Trek until I actually saw her in the role.
Oh my God, guys, remember the vitriol of the scene where she sits down and her hands are on the on her lap?
She doesn't even look like she's a captain. She has
no confidence.
My God,
yes, Don. Yes,
oh, come on.
And all she did the minute it's about context. She sat down. She put her hands down so the machine could adjust, like we all do.
I have not had a problem with her until this week, and I mentioned my few kind of little issues.
Yeah.
But hopefully that's just like, like because of the way the episode was written,
Yeah. I think it seems like her role is to make people uncomfortable, right? Or especially that character. Like, she just goes out of her way to be as left field as possible to
Yeah.
make people think. So, yeah.
Yeah. She's a 60s kid in charge of the academy. Uh-oh. It might not be so bad because she's already proven that Starfleet, its job is to end all wars. And you do it by not brute force, but by those three things. And it's really cool. It is. I really still like the character, but yeah, she does things.
I
that
liked her quicker
get
than
on
I
my-
liked
Yeah.
Janeway.
I'm sorry, what?
I liked her quicker than I liked Janeway.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
and Scott
man.
Bakula. Yeah.
Scott Bakula took a little getting. I could not get past seeing Quantum Leap but God, Janeway, God, I fell in love with Janeway like right away.
I did too. And Aaron, what were your thoughts about Janeway?
I think once we lost the bun, I think
Yeah.
when she literally could let her hair down,
Yes.
that was when it was felt a bit more
I'm
right.
giving Aaron a hard time because I think we are the two hardcore resident Voyager fans right here.
Mhm.
Aaron and myself. That's why I threw him that bone. But that's good to know, Aaron.
Again, a bit like what we were talking about before. You know, those first sort of, that's definitely the first season of Voyager was sort of kind of written like TNG, like it was very sort of straight cut, and then after a while, season 4 it became a bit looser and a bit on its own, and a bit of its own. So
If Discovery did Unification Part 3, I wonder if the Doctor still has his family. Remember from Voyager, he had his family? I would like to revisit that. I know it's a personal theme, but I wonder what happened to his holographic family. That was a good
Good
story.
memory for sure.
Yes. Yeah. But okay. Yeah. Any other comments? Any other thing you guys want to get to?
One quick question on the Voyager track: who is playing the new Voyager game coming out next month?
Wait, what?
I will play it.
Star Trek Voyager Across the Universe.
Donald, I don't know. Maybe you may have some.
If you have not checked it out, check it out on Steam. There is a demo you can play right now too. I played it a little bit on stream last night. The demo. I think it's going to be fun.
Talk to me. What is it?
So it's a little bit different. It's probably a little more along the lines of the old Judgment Rights type game where there's a lot of dialogue. However, there's also other pieces to it where like you actually go into the ship after you collect resources like deuterium to make the to give the ship more power. You actually have to go repair the ship, and choices you make along the way will affect the story and how you progress through it. And you go through the entire show of Voyager from pretty much start to finish, but making choices all along the way. Like even Tuvix, you're going to be faced with Tuvix at some point.
Okay, I'm going to check it out on Steam. I spend a little bit of time on Steam myself. You know, I'm an old City Skylines and Risk guy. That's it. That's my life.
Well, I bricked my laptop, so I am on a brand new laptop, and I'm not quite fully set up yet.
Yeah, I've had my computer for 3 weeks, and I'm still moving into Greg. Yeah, so I hear you. It takes a lot, man, to go from one computer to another. Forget the phone. I just did that.
Oh, dear. Yeah, and especially as I'm trying to get ready for taxes, and it's pay the bills week, and...
Hey, Greg, just by the way, my all-time high, 39 appointments. I crossed that today for January.
Really?
I've already crossed 39 appointments. It's crazy.
Oh, my God.
My all-time high was 38 last year, and I could never get over 30 years before. But I did last year, and now I'm already at 39 on January 24th. That's crazy.
Yeah, I thought year 2 of the 1041 was going to be easy. No, but I'm trying to get back in touch with the accountant.
Oh my God! Did you hear the evil tax preparer on that one? When Greg said, "Oh, I thought the year 2 of the 1041." Did you hear my cackle? Gee, sorry, dude. That was the evil. That was the evil Roger. Sorry.
I think 1041s are evil. Oh my God.
Yes, they
Go
are.
to this section, that section, this section, that section, this form, that form. Oh, by the way, fill out this form. Oh, but you may not really need it, even though it's 3 pages.
Oh, but wait a minute. On subform 3, you got to go back to section 2 to resolve that one before you can answer that. Yeah, dude, that's sicko stuff. I know. Yeah. Oh, sorry. There
And I was just thinking through everything, and it's like, okay, if I engage the accountant, I'm going to get money back from the state of Connecticut for mom's estate, and that means I got to do a year 3.
Yeah, that's going to be ugly. I'm sorry. It's going to be a lot. That's going to suck. Yeah, sorry, Greg. I'm busy.
I'm thinking of saying, don't add it to the loss. I'll take the hit so we can make this the final.
Yeah, depends how much it is. Well, the dogs are starting up over here again. Aaron, Don, Michael, and well, I think Michael's done. Did you have any other comments on tonight's episode?
No.
Okay, it was good. I think there were. Okay, that's a thumbs up. Aaron, thumbs up, and I think the 3 of us gave it the wavy thumb. Yeah. You know what though?
Oh,
guys?
by the way, last week's episode 2, since I had to finish watching it, thumbs up everything except for the last 30 seconds.
Oh God,
30 to 60
awful?
seconds. Yeah. But
Bro,
rest of it gets a thumbs up.
Oh, you didn't like Let's Make a Fort?
bro, keep them going.
I guess Don did not like Let's Make a Fort. Oh my God. Yes, dude. The last 30 seconds. But you know what? It didn't kill the episode for me. I'm glad you saw it. So that's cool. All right, guys. Well, then we're still on schedule. We're good. Oh, thank you. There's the link in. Oh, wow. All right. I'll be checking it out. Thank you for the link in the private chat. And we'll see. And for everyone else, folks, if you have any comments or questions, fire them off in the chat room. Don't forget, let us know who you are and you hail from. Guys, we do need a little bit of help, though, and I'm asking the audience. I need to get Trekking Across the Universe on Facebook. I need to get to 100 likes, please. Once I get to 100 likes, I can transmit directly to that page as well. We need a little bit of help. I kind of went away from asking for the likes, but whenever I do, the likes go up, and I need to get to 100. So if the team can go ahead, that would be it. So what's that, Greg? Come on. I know you're drinking. What'd you write?
Just my handle for you. It's for internal.
Oh,
if anybody wants to.
Oh, understood. And I'm like, okay, Greg, what did you say? Tell us. What a dumb. Sorry. Okay, that's good.
I'm drinking
All right,
bubbly. This is not a promo. You just asked what I was drinking.
I hear you. I'm drinking water because I have to. Any announcements? Anything you guys want to share with the universe, Greg?
Nope, nothing upcoming.
I like it's classified. I just saw that, Greg, under your name. I like that. That's cool. Aaron?
No, nothing to report.
Don?
Tuesday night, my channel, we have the Classic Teleport Paintball League facing off North versus West teams. So that's coming up.
All right. Well, we can check it out right there as well. Michael, any particular announcements?
It all depends if I have power or not for the next 3 or 4 days. So,
that's how bad the storm is looking to be?
Because we're getting snow, then ice, then snow.
We're worried about it down here too.
No, it's not fun. If it was just snow, I wouldn't be worried. But with the ice, then it makes all the branches turn into icicles, and those icicles fall on the power lines. So that's no fun.
And weigh them down.
And weigh them down. And
is that are you guys getting like a nor'easter or something?
No,
like that?
It's that storm that's come across the country.
Oh,
It's been
yeah.
bad everywhere, but
We lucked out. We did down
you
here.
didn't get it, no, or didn't get.
Yeah,
You just
like-
got rain.
It was a glancing blow. So
Mhm.
we did luck out. It did rain, but that was it.
Yeah, it's rare that Texas and Maine get the same weather the same week.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a 1,200-mile long storm. Yeah, that doesn't happen regularly.
No,
That's ugly.
it's huge.
Well, I hope you
It's-
guys are well, and we'll see. Everyone else, don't forget, we are reviewing Game of Thrones, Night of the Seven Kingdoms on Monday night. We're really happy. And for those of us, Michael and Greg, I already have comments from people who watched. I got to share them with you. This is cool. Folks, everyone else, if you have any comments, send them to us. We will read them on air, even if they're as colorful as the cadets when they're flipping each other off. We'll evaluate it, but we'll read it on air. So let us know what you think of the episode, both of what we're doing and of Star Trek as well. We do read your comments. We appreciate you, and thanks for spending time with us. And I guess for now, we'll see you guys on the other side. Jolantru, and we are out.